Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day today. I'm very excited today because I've got something for you that is quite amazing. So as you guys know, I have already tested out the Huda Beauty New Nude palette here on my channel, and I absolutely adore this palette. It's so beautiful, so well made. The reason I love it so much is not just all the pinky and purpley tones, because you know that's nothing special, we've all seen those before, but also all the different textures this palette has. It's really something quite special, at least for me. But it is £56, and that is something that you just cannot ignore. And I feel like if we have the chance to get something for a fraction of the price that is almost as good and almost as amazing, then we should definitely give that palette a chance. And today I have for you here the Beauty Glazed Perfect Mix palette. Just by looking at it, you can straight away see that is trying to tell you that it's going to be a dupe for the Huda Beauty palette. Unfortunately, once you remove this outer packaging, the palette itself doesn't have that beautiful design, but it does have beautiful dupes for each shades of the Huda Beauty palette instead. It is exactly in the same order as the Huda Beauty palette, so it's gonna be very easy to find the shades. The eye look I have today, one of them was created using this palette, and honestly I don't think you can tell which one. I think this is the best Huda Beauty dupe on the market so far. I don't know if you guys have heard about the brands You-Can-Be and Beauty Glazed, but they really do some amazing dupes for high-end palettes, and this one is no exception. I'm not gonna live swatch all of the shades for you because we would be here till tomorrow, but I'm gonna insert a picture of the swatches for you, and I think you can definitely tell that the shades are looking extremely similar, some of them more than others. You've got these two shades, Excite and Infatuated, which are these pressed glitter shades. They didn't copy the glitter shades in the Perfect Mix palette, they replaced them with some shimmery shades. But the other shades that look so interesting in this palette, with these big chunks of different shades of a shimmer, once you swatch them, they kind of melt into each other and they don't look disinteresting anymore. Now, the Perfect Mix palette was able to capture the essence of those. I'm not saying that the shades are exactly the same, they are slightly a different tone. Some of them are more cool, some of them are more pink, some of them are slightly darker or lighter than the Huda Beauty one. But for the price, I mean, this palette is about £5 to £7 on Amazon and on AliExpress, and like I said, the Huda Beauty one is 56. For the price, it is amazing. I'm gonna live swatch just a couple of random shades for you to show you how they look with one swipe. I'm gonna start with the shade Play, which is this beautiful orangey pink shade. You can see it's actually quite similar to my skin color. And the one from the Perfect Mix palette looks slightly more coral and darker, called Peachy. Then let's do the shade Crave, which is a nice gold shimmery shade from Huda. So that is the shade Crave, and the dupe of it is called Chrome, and Chrome is really amazing. It's less pink, more gold, but it's actually more shimmery than the original. The next one I'm gonna swatch for you from Huda is called Secret, and it's like a camel brown color. And the one from the Perfect Mix palette is actually called Camel. This one is definitely less pigmented and more brown. The one in the Huda Beauty palette is definitely more cool toned. Now I'm gonna swatch for you the shade Kinky, which is like a shimmery cranberry shade. Amazing pigmentation. And the dupe of it from the Perfect Mix palette is called Passion. And Passion is just a little bit more red toned, but amazing. So the Huda Beauty New Nude palette is made in Italy, and it contains 19.7 grams of product, whilst the Beauty Glazed palette was made in the People's Republic of China, and it contains 18 grams product, so it is slightly less. The palette itself is significantly lighter than the Huda Beauty palette due to it being a lighter cardboard and not having a mirror inside. Despite of being made in the People's Republic of China, it is a cruelty-free product, and the shelf life of it is 24 months, while the Huda Beauty palette's shelf life is 12 months. The Perfect Mix is a really good dupe for the Huda Beauty palette. If the Huda Beauty palette is not within your affordable price range, but you are interested in the colors, you want to be able to create similar looks, then definitely give a chance to the Beauty Glazed palette. And I would highly suggest you having a look around to see the other Beauty Glazed and UCAN products as well, because so far what I can tell is that they are really good for the price, better than some of the drugstore products we have widely available. And I think more and more people start recognizing that, because you can see more and more people making videos and reviewing them, and I'm gonna continue doing so myself as well. I have quite a few more palettes in my drawer that are waiting for review, so if you're interested to see those, definitely hit the ring button to make sure you're not gonna miss out. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think my two eyes look identical. Looking in the camera, looking in the mirror, I honestly cannot tell that one of these palettes is £56 and the other one is £6. That's all I wanted to say about the palettes. Now let's get into the tutorial, because I want to show you how I created this look. Before we get started, I'm gonna apply some of the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly on both of my eyes. So as always, I'm going to be applying the more expensive palette on this side of the face, which is today the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. And I'm going to be applying the cheaper one on this side of the face, which is today the Beauty Glazed Perfect Mix palette. And we're going to be creating a double cut crease look today. And to start off the look, I'm going to first take the shade Lace, and from the Beauty Glazed palette is gonna be called Basixx. So I just take this shade and I start adding it to the crease. And now I take the shade Basixx from the Perfect Mix palette. I think Basixx definitely seems to be a cooler tone, more purple shade than Lace. Lace has more pink to it. So now we take a smaller pencil brush and we're gonna start darkening up the crease. And to do that, I'm gonna first take the shade Tickle. now I take the previous brush and I'm gonna blend out, tickle a little bit. I'm gonna go back on the other side and use the shade Scarlet to do the same. So now I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna go in with a slightly darker shade to define that line, and this is gonna be the shade called Spanked. And on the Perfect Mix side, this shade is called Brick. And now to really darken it up, we're gonna go back with the shade Tease. I'm literally just placing a line, trying to be as precise as possible. And once I'm happy with the Huda Beauty side, I'm moving on to the Beauty Glazed side. We're gonna use the shade Cocoa. Now I really need to clean up this look, so I'm gonna take my Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer in the shade Snow, and I'm gonna clean up the area there where we're gonna be doing the cut crease, and I'm also gonna clean up my under eye area and my inner corner because I have a lot of fallout on the Beauty Glazed side. I don't know if you guys can tell. Okay, so once we're happy with the cut crease, we now need to set the concealer. And to set it, I'm gonna use the lightest shade from the palette. From the Huda Beauty palette, I'm gonna use the shade Bear. Gonna need to set the Perfect Mix side as well, and here we're gonna use the shade called Khaki, which is actually just the same very light shade. I'm not sure why they called it Khaki. So the next thing we want to do is to start applying the lower part of the look using the shade Fantasy. Just make sure that the edge of it is parallel to the line we created before. We also want to wing this shade out, just like we did with the top part. So that is the Huda Beauty side so far. I think it looks really good. Now I want to do the same thing on the Perfect Mix side, and on this side, of course, we're gonna be using the shade Rosy. And now on the middle of this, to make it pop a little bit more, I'm gonna add the shade Daydream. And on the Perfect Mix side, we're gonna be using the shade Blink to do the same. Okay, so this is how we're looking so far. And I'm gonna go and add some black eyeliner quickly. I'm gonna add a little bit of an eyeshadow under my eyes as well. And for that, I'm gonna take the shade Lace. And from the Perfect Mix palette is gonna be the shade Bisque. And I'm gonna add a little bit of a skin toned eye pencil. And I'm gonna add some Essence Lush Princess Mascara. And this is the completed look. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I would love to have you here. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Tell me how to be closer to ya. Tell me how and I'll do it, babe. 'Cause I just wanna make you feel